after seeing what you guys were able to do tonight?
Super happy. Some of our guys have had a long week and a half out here, you know, with a lot of different meetings, interviews, different events they have to go to, but that's part of the NBA. A lot of guys are going to have things going on. You got to find energy to really push through that individually and as a team. You need everybody together collectively to help each other out, and I thought we did that really well today.
Johnny Davis, the performance he had, far more aggressive in the second half, and obviously growth from the first year that he's had. Just can you talk about what you've seen from him over this past couple of years?
The great thing about Johnny, especially today, like I told him after the game, was that he stayed aggressive regardless of how it was going. Don't get it twisted. He took some bad shots, but he's continued to stay aggressive, trying to get downhill, create for himself and others as well. And for him to have that type of confidence throughout the entire game was great to see.
My last question, Bilal, for some reason, continues to show freakish athleticism on the court. You guys have to be happy with what you've seen.
Super happy with him. We told him first when he got here to be a defensive type of guy first, and he's taken that on. Try to defend everybody we put him on, whether it's a guard, a big, or a wing, and he tries to make every play he can at the rim, and he tries to be as active as he can. He has some room still to grow, but what we saw here today is exactly what we talked about even before I came. I remember you asked the question of, like, what do you feel like is a positive if you get left there regardless of wins and losses, and it was our development of some of these guys and how they come along. And I think with Johnny and Bilal, what we've seen is exactly what I talked about. You want to see those guys' confidence raised. You want to see them understand what their role could be going forward with the NBA team and try to put that on display for them every single game.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.
Coach, Bilal Coulibaly is 18 years old. He's playing against some guys that are 25 and 26, but he looks just fine out there, you know, the way he moves, the way he acts, the way he plays. He turns 19 in a week. Tell us about that. That's really young in this day and age.
It's wild, you know, when you talk to him because he's so attentive. And honestly, he allows me to get on him, and he's going to go right out there and try to help whatever I got on him about, try to fix it. It's not always going to be perfect, but I know he's going to try his best every single time he steps on the floor. And in the NBA, that's really what can be the difference between guys that stick and don't, is are you going to give effort every single day, and I know Bilal will.
Do you feel like there's a chip on his shoulder from the fact that he is quite seen as like the other Frenchman during this week? Like, is there a part of him that either he's told you something about it or pretty much wanting to prove that not only Victor but France has arrived in the NBA?
You know, that's a good question. He's actually never said anything about that. I think a lot of his drive is just wanting to be the best he possibly can. I don't think he compares himself to anybody else that was drafted in this draft, whether it was ahead of him or behind him. He comes out every single day just to be Bilal, and I think that's what's great about it. He just has a chip on his shoulder just because he's him. I don't think he has anything else that he's looking at other people and what they're doing. He's worried about how can he be the best version of himself.
Are there elements that you want him leaving here with in terms of like the kind of muscle memory of the things he's established or the things he needs to now build on between now and training camp?
As good as he was defensively, he can still get better in pick-and-roll defense. Getting into the ball, forcing ball handlers to use the screen, especially with his length. Even if it gets clipped on a screen, has to fight over the top, his length and athleticism, he's going to be able to contest any shot that's taken. I think for him, that's what I'd like him to take from here to kind of get better at. But everything else, his ball handling is going to continue to get better. You have to put him in all these situations. You saw even the last couple games, he's handled the ball a lot more than he probably did the first two. And that's just going to come with time, getting used to the different type of spacing that's going to happen. You know, different reads he's going to have to make. But I hope he comes out of this with a positive outlook on how he did out here and takes it back once we get ready for Wizards training camp.
I got one more. You guys got Chicago added to the schedule tomorrow. So obviously, guys, you know, like you said, you've been out here for a while. Yeah. How do you stay loaded up and cross the finish line strong after that fifth game being added?
You know, for us, it's about can we finish this with a winning record? We're 2-2 right now. You know, people can say it doesn't matter about the records. At the end of the day, you don't want to leave here with just losses. You want to try to go out every single game to win. And that's part of the development process that we talked about. And for us, it's more so, hey, let's leave here 3-2. Leave here better than we came. We came in 0-0. We leave out with a winning record. That's also a win for us as well.
Johnny Davis, an aggressive Game 4 for you in Summer League. How are you feeling? How's it going out there for you?
I felt really comfortable today, and I'm really happy that we got the win.
Now, seeing that you guys have an extra game against Chicago added to it, trying not to wear yourself out, but you want to cross the finish line with the win, how do you anticipate walking in that game tomorrow?
I just talked to Will actually earlier, and he said I'm done. You know, yeah, it's up to him. You know, he's the guy that makes the decisions, but I'm glad we went out, or I went out with the win, and I'm going to be there to support those guys tomorrow.
Coach said that he told you to keep shooting no matter what happens. How is it possible for you to, let's say you get into a bad stretch or anything like that, is there any, do you just is it you to just be confident at all times, or is it how do you get into that mindset?
Yeah, it's just having a short memory. You know, if I let those shots affect me, then they're just going to keep affecting my all-around game, you know, on the defensive end as well. So, you know, when coach is yelling at me to shoot the ball, it doesn't mean just, you know, take one dribble from past half court and chuck it. It's getting a good open look and, you know, being ready to shoot.
Johnny, second year Wisconsin playground, second year Wisconsin, now second year NBA. You look great. You look so much more comfortable. Do you feel it yourself? You're moving great out there. You're really playing with a lot of confidence on both ends. Tell us about how your growth has become sort of a 2-year window for you.
Yeah, just having that first year of experience under my belt. You know, just taking that advice from those vets that are on the team, whether it was in the G League or the NBA, you know, just soaking it all in and, you know, just trying to carry it all over.
Do you have a specific veteran that has given you a little bit more advice that you took with you?
Not really. It was mainly just all those guys. You know, they all, you know, chimed in with their thoughts and advice. So I was just, you know, open ears to all of them.
Now that you're shutting it down for Summer League, what's the #1 takeaway from this experience you're going to take into the season?
Shoot, I'm going to have to watch the film and analyze it. But I would say defensively, I thought I did a pretty good job overall. And offensively, just stay confident in my shot and, you know, just playing with my teammates.
Bonjour, Bilal. Game 4 is at an end. You guys walk away with the win. How are you feeling out on the court? From outside of your skin, you look pretty comfortable.
Yeah, I'm not say comfortable. I was comfortable on the second half, but first half that was tragic. But yeah, I bounced back well, so yeah, I feel comfortable now. Yeah.
We see your athleticism, especially on the defensive end. Is that something that has put the league on notice that that's what you bring to the table?
Definitely, definitely. I've been saying that since a while. That's how I'm going to come in that league, and yeah, just playing as hard as possible defensively first.
We're looking at, we know Johnny's going to be shut down for the next game against Chicago. Are you anticipating playing in that game?
I wanted to, but nah, Will told me to stop.
All right. So with that in mind, what is the biggest takeaway from you from this experience heading into the regular season and training camp?
Yeah, I'll say just the toughness. Got to be tough since the beginning, you know, because everybody's tough right there. Everybody wants the max, the contract, everything. So just gotta be as strong, as tough as possible. And yeah, that's the biggest thing I think.
Has the game slowed down for you at all since you've played these games?
Yeah.